my words. Mother will always be your mother, but your father, well, that is not entirely certain. This story must start from my braggart of a mother. Back in the day, your mother waltzed through the four corners of the world with just a silver spear. How majestic was that? Then why could that same spear not break through the walls of the Yan Prince's mansion? Ahem. Back in my day, I led the Grand Army, chasing the nomads for 3,000 miles. Not a single soul was left standing. Then why, mother, can you not even win a verbal sparring match against a concubine? Yi Lizzie. I do not ask for your filial piety. I only ask that you right now zip your mouth shut immediately. Your Highness, watch your tongue. Yeah. Everyone knows the Princess of Yan is out of favor. Such a grand princess. Yet only 3 people in this courtyard. My mother, myself, and Biyu Shanshan. I loathe that Biyu Shanshan. She always orders mother around, acting more like the master than mother does. She is always flaunting that gold medallion granted by the Empress Dowager. If the princess has any complaints, take it up with the Empress Dowager herself. The Empress Dowager would not care one bit. She would only send a decree to the frontier, scolding my grandfather for failing to educate his daughter. I nicknamed Biyu Shanshan in private, calling her the Forbidden, because the phrase she says the most every single day is, Your Highness, forbidden. Your Highness, do not reach for that dish 3 times. Forbidden. Sleeping in is bad for you. Forbidden. The latrine smells too foul. Forbidden. Mother. Shanshan bullies you like this every single day. Why do not you go ask father to back us up? Mother did not answer me at the time. She just stared blankly. It was only later that I realized. Mother's marriage to father was a meticulously orchestrated scheme. Mother was the legitimate daughter of the Duke of Zhen. On the battlefield at 12, driving the nomads out at 15. She was world-renowned, and the current emperor, Yi Baikun, was merely the crown prince back then. Shuang this girl is now a hero of the realm. You two grew up together. I shall decree a marriage for you both. A marriage blessed by the Son of Heaven is naturally of unparalleled honor, but I only wish for Shuang to give the word. If she disagrees, I am willing to set her free. Ha ha ha. You sure are romantic, are not you? But just before the wedding, the struggle for the throne between the Crown Prince and the Yan Prince reached a boiling point. The Yan Prince used a ruse to smear Mother's reputation. All of the capital were witnesses. They watched with their own eyes as Mother, disheveled and exposed, fled from the Yan Prince's mansion. Shuang I do not mind. Aha. Click click click. Rumor has it she seduced the Yan Prince, only to be caught in the act. She was no longer chaste. That must be it. My reputation was already tarnished after being captured by the enemy. The engagement between the Crown Prince and Mother was annulled as a result. Yet the Prince of Yan grandly declared that he was willing to take her as his wife. With no other choice, Mother could only beg Yi Baikun. Baikun, please help me. If only for a moment when the gate guards change shifts. Missing that perfect window of time, I would be able to escape. Or, take me as your concubine. I won't let you feel disgusted by it. I only ask for the Eastern Palace's protection for a few days. Once the storm passes, I will feign my death and return to Yanmen Pass. I will never appear in this city again. Sure, you cannot leave. Go to the Yan Prince's mansion and keep an eye on him for me. Only with you there can I truly rest easy. Haha. So, were all those sweet words of love just lies? They will be real in the future. Once the Prince of Yan is dead, by the time I ascend the throne, you shall be my favorited consort. Ah. Haha. Mother finally saw through everyone's hypocritical masks. The Crown Prince has the civil officials behind him, while the Prince of Yan has the military generals. My grandfather, the Duke of Zhen, only guards the borders, and never picks a side. The Crown Prince claimed he loved her, but he was only vying for the military support of the Duke of Zhen. How would the Prince of Yan ever let him have his way? So, Mother became the only sacrifice. On the day of the wedding, from the moment Mother stepped into the bridal sedan chair, she could not stop laughing. She did not stop even while performing the wedding bow ceremony. She has gone mad. She is mad. Everyone said Mother had lost her mind. They said it was lucky the Crown Prince did not marry her. Otherwise, the future Empress would have been a lunatic. They praised the Prince of Yan for his deep affection, even willing to marry a woman with a tainted reputation. How very touching. From then on, Mother became the Princess of Yan, trapped within these walls. After I was born, the Prince of Yan never returned to Mother's courtyard again. He spent all his time guarding his true love, concubine Bai Jin, even handing over control of the household to her. Mother lived out her days in sorrow and solitude. The year I turned 5, she finally could not endure it anymore, and fell gravely ill. Not long after, concubine Bai Jin came to Mother's bedside. Even if you die, I am the Princess of Yan. the only female general of the Great Way. So what if you are? In the end, you lost to me, Shen Pingshuang. All these sins you have committed, did you really think no one would know? Until the night before she passed away. Until the night before she passed away. I still remember it vividly. It was a snowy night. She uncharacteristically summoned her strength to get up, in the courtyard full of falling snow, and demanded a set of pear blossom spears for me. She did not say anything else, which was rare. Cough. Cough. I never lost to anyone. I just never won against fate. The day mother passed away, the emperor claimed illness and skipped the morning court. My grandfather rushed back from Yanmen Pass, dusty and travel-worn, just to catch a glimpse of his daughter, but was blocked by His Highness. She had fallen ill, allegedly, and fearing a spread of contagion, he had her remains burned long ago. Then let me at least take her ashes and leave. You trapped her. Yet you never loved her. Now that she is gone, just let her go home. Since she was the princess of Yan, the capital is her home. Then I want to see Yi Lizzie. Yi Lizzie has a delicate constitution, and has fallen into a delirious fever. She is terrified of rough warriors. It is better for you not to see her, old man. His Highness did that on purpose. He holds a grudge, even after marrying mother. Grandfather would not support his bid for the dragon throne either. Grandfather finally lost his cool. The emperor only granted him 10 days away from Yanmen Pass. Grandfather wept aloud while riding on horseback, weeping and rushing desperately back to Yanmen Pass. In the end, he caught a chill, and was coughing all the way. His Highness told this as a joke to Lady Bai and their daughter, Yi Mingzhu. The two of them laughed heartily. I loathe you people to death. Just as His Highness was about to slap me, Bu Danshan appeared in the room so miraculously. Princess, you must not. I get it now. Someone always has to be the one who must not. After mother died, I was that unlucky kid chosen for it. After the funeral rites for mother, the prince could not wait to promote Lady Bai to the main consort. Yi Mingju's status rose with the tide too, becoming the favored daughter of the Yan prince. And I became a sickling. I drank bowl after bowl of medicinal soup, yet I grew weaker with each passing day, until one day, after the court assembly, the emperor personally told my father, if she can't be cured, send her to the palace. We will have the imperial doctors treat her. From that day on, I began to recover. I knew it was the emperor who threw me a lifeline, but it was merely just a thread. For myself. Not many days later, my stepmother made a grand show of inviting a high monk from Whitehorse Temple. The princess's lifeline is exceptionally short, unlikely to enjoy a long life. Only by living as an outsider, remaining humble and inconspicuous, can safety be ensured. Is that so? But you have not even looked at my palm lines yet, have you? Cough. 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 Ha. 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 Master. That is enough. Afterward, my stepmother had someone offer 10,000 taels of gold. The monk only took 1 tael, and vanished into the wind. From that day on, my stepmother, using the excuse of me having a short life, forbade me from reading or learning characters, nor did she let me study the 4 arts. She was clearly intending to raise me to be useless. I held the empty title of princess, yet received the treatment of a concubine's daughter, in front of outsiders. My stepmother always wore a mask of maternal kindness. Oh, Lizzie. Be a good girl. The master said that only mediocrity can keep you safe. Mother only wished for you to survive, that is all. The girl I am compared with is Yi Mingzhu. Her stepmother hired the finest tutors for her, intending to mold her into the most dazzling talent in the capital. To the outside world, my stepmother was the epitome of a benevolent matriarch. Only those within the Yan prince's mansion knew I was living a life beneath that of a stray dog. On the first anniversary of mother's passing, I secretly burned paper offerings for her in the courtyard. Yi Mingzhu burst in with her followers. Ah. With both your parents still alive, why are you burning this trash? Are you trying to curse them? I was pinned firmly to the ground, forced to watch her let her servants run wild. The swing mother tied for me was smashed to pieces, and the grape trellis she built with her own hands was pushed over. Finally, Yi Mingzhu found mother's pear blossom spear. Mother's spear had once paraded the TLA chieftain's head on its tip. How dare you touch it? So what if I do? The person is already dead. It would only gather dust in the storeroom anyway. I am just giving it a better place to be useful. I heard the pole of the east wing's broom just snapped. This spear is just the right length. I struggled like a madwoman, but I was far too young, with absolutely no strength to speak of, let alone fight off those vicious servants. In their bid to please Yi Mingzhu, they struck with cruel force, nearly breaking my bones. The pear blossom spear was lashed to a dirty, foul-smelling broom. Yi Mingzu ordered her maid to save some chamber pot waste and douse me with it. The stench covered my body from head to toe. I did not dare to speak a word, terrified that if I opened my mouth, it would flow right in. Ha ha ha. Someone, bring me my writing supplies. I have just begun studying portraiture. It is the perfect time to sketch her pathetic look, perhaps because I truly smelled too vile. The servants stepped back slightly. I seized my chance, and with every ounce of strength I had, I hurled myself at Yi Mingzu. I will kill you. I ignored the kicks and blows raining down on me, determined to cling to Yi Mingzu, sharing every bit of the filth on me with her. When my stepmother learned of this, she had my charcoal and quilts removed from my room, yet said with a face full of faux affection, "Lizzie, you have a weak constitution. You must endure some hardship to live a long life." That night, I shivered uncontrollably, clinging to a clay pot for warmth like a beggar. They mocked and sneered, calling me wretched for debasing myself over a mere object. But that was not just an object. It was the only thing Mother left behind. People are people. What does it have to do with these things? With shackles so heavy, how can one walk a long road? From that day on, I started learning how to be invisible. Even when Yi Mingzu came to provoke me time and again, I remained as dull and unresponsive as wood. Gradually, my stepmother and Yi Mingzu lost interest and stopped paying me any mind. That is how I learned to crawl through the dog hole. Every day before the roosters crowed, I would slip out, running all the way to the Imperial Academy to eavesdrop on lessons. 4 books, 5 classics, the 6 arts. All that refined pretense, just talking nonsense. I would listen to whatever came my way. At first, I did not understand a single thing, but later on, I started to pick up some interesting bits. Eventually, I grew bolder. I started sneaking into the library to find books to read, until one day, I accidentally knocked into a brazier. Sparks instantly ignited the pages. I was frozen in shock. Just then, a hand reached out from behind me and put out the fire for me. "Little girl, look closely at your pretty face in the light." "Ah. Who are you? Didn't you come to listen to my lectures? Don't recognize me anymore." "Ah. Haha. You are Shui Song. The great Shui Song, famed far and wide. He was just a scholar, yet he was the emperor's chosen confidant, granted free access to the imperial palace, and a royal decree allowing him to speak his mind without restraint, with nothing off limits. His Majesty once, at a banquet, personally cut a piece of roasted venison for him. Shui Song, choose any official post in the court you desire. Join the court and serve. I am as timid as a mouse. I dare not enter the court. Humph. Who would dare bully you? If they try, I shall have your back. That makes me even more terrified. An emperor's blade. Shed blood with every move. Ha. 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 Ah. Her oh ah. Among all the civil and military officials, only Shui Song is my true confidant. Later, Shui Song became a tutor at the Imperial Academy. I had indeed listened to his lectures a few times, but I always hid outside the window. Never once did I see his face clearly. Which family's child are you? If you wish to learn, I can recommend you to the Imperial Academy. Ah. Ha. What is the matter? I cannot let my family find out. Is that so? I thought he would drill me with questions, but he simply handed me a jade token. Whenever you are free, you may come back to this library. I am willing to teach you. From then on, Shui Song spared 2 hours every day to lecture me. He never asked for my name again, just called me little one. He taught me all sorts of messy things. That which heaven mandates is nature. Following one's nature is the way. The Minister of Right's son. He goes about kidnapping people in the streets. Once you pass Helen Mountain, never ever ask for someone's name. To ask for a name is to court death. Sometimes I went to listen to others' lectures too. Shui Song would be so angry he would steam at the ears. With me teaching you, why would you need to listen to anyone else's nonsense? Oh. No choice. Guess I will just learn whatever I can. Just like that, days slowly passed for 2 years. Oh. I have nothing left to teach you. Did I fail to pay your tuition? Are you just sick of teaching me? Tisk. HMPH. There is a limit to what you can learn in this small space. There is a limit to what one can learn here. The more you read, the pettier your heart becomes. You thoughtless little thing. On the way home, I kept replaying Master Shui's words in my head. Absent-minded as I was, I accidentally ran into the Crown Prince's procession. Which unruly peasant is this? How dare you obstruct the Crown Prince's path? But Sister Lizzie, no. I am just a plain old potato. Ah. You have terrified Sister Lizzie. I will execute this guard to help steady your nerves. I am blind to your greatness, failing to recognize Mount Tai. Please spare the lives of the Crown Prince and Miss Yi. Just then, Yi Mingzhu happened to pass by. Lanso, go find where I dropped my trinket. Taha, Your Highness. What a coincidence. Yi Lizzie, why are you here? It is me, Lizzie. I am done for. Of course, Yi Mingzhu did not just happen to pass by. She purposely staged an encounter with the Crown Prince. My father, naturally, knew nothing of this. But when the news broke, the Crown Prince had to personally escort both me and Yi Mingzhu home. When my father, who doted on his precious daughter as the apple of his eye, found out she would fallen for his sworn rival, he flew into a rage. How could my daughter marry the Crown Prince? I have been under Yi Baikon's thumb my whole life. Must my daughter now be trampled by his son? Ha! Harsh but true. But that was a bit too harsh. Nine. I just like him. He is going to be emperor, anyway. When that time comes, I will be the empress. Slap. Ah. Yi Mingzhu could not believe it. Her own father, who loved her most, had actually struck her. Go back and reflect on your actions behind closed doors. You are forbidden from stepping out. Taha. I initially intended to put on a sisterly performance. You know, chasing after her in tears to console her. Why? Are you so desperate to marry the Crown Prince? Yes, exactly. That is how it is. Father, what do you think? Lock her up. And just like that, I was locked in my room for 3 days and 3 nights, with only a single bowl of water per day. This was surely the stepmother's doing. She certainly knew that Yi Mingzhu fancied the Crown Prince. With Yi Mingzhu now under house arrest, she naturally blamed it all on me, let alone suspecting that I too had feelings for the Crown Prince, or that I even planned to use him to turn the tables. She simply wanted to starve me to death. So I decided to take matters into my own hands. I set a fire under the cover of night. While everyone was in a panic, fighting the flames, I crawled out through the dog hole. I finally escaped this detestable Yan Prince's mansion. If you do not destroy, you can't restore. Rise from the ashes. The burden is too heavy. Can't go very far. Trapped in a narrow space, ignoring the chaos of the world. Then I shall cast aside my status as daughter of the Prince of Yan. Discard the title of princess. From now on, there is only Lizzie in this world, and no more Yi Lizzie. 1 month later, I finally arrived at Yanmen Pass, which mother always dreamed of. By now, even I can't recognize that I was once a girl. The only giveaway is this Adam's apple, which I can only hide with a scarf. Along the way, people have questioned if I am a girl. You soft-skinned little thing, acting all effeminate, huh? Dare to throw down with your old man here. Just kidding, it was just a joke. HMPH. Did you hear the news? The daughter of the Prince of Yan, Shen Pingshuang's daughter, is dead. Yes, that is what I heard. The fire burned for 3 days and 3 nights, and nothing could put it out. Once the fire finally died down, they carried out a charred corpse. Brother, you. Say it again. I did not catch that. A charred corpse. When I set the fire, who did I catch in it? The Duke of Zhen is here to recruit soldiers personally. I have never met my grandfather, but with just one glance, I would recognize him in a crowd, because mother looked so much like him. Hold on, no. Yi Lizzie no longer exists. If I reveal my identity to grandfather now, it is no different than making him commit treason. I did not come here seeking protection anyway. I must not let him know. Commander, where did this greenhorn come from? Is this someone using connections? Duke, although this kid looks scrawny, he has a unique talent. A unique talent. That is right. I have had a keen sense of smell since birth. Your Grace had manto for breakfast, and a sesame seed bun with beef for lunch. In between, you drank a bowl of medicine. The smell suggests it is for treating sword wounds. Your clothes also carry the faint scent of saltpeter. Very faint. I suspect that 3 days ago, 2 armies clashed. Your Grace suffered a minor injury, and you are currently recovering. Him what? Speak up. Ahem. No drinking while recovering from wounds. No recovering while drinking. Your Grace, you have secretly polished off at least half a jar. Keep your voice down. Does Shen Nenji not know what following doctor's orders means? Still sneaking drinks. And you are a duke, no less. Can you show a little bit of ambition? Just lie down and take the acupuncture. Old man Lu, let me explain. Physician Liu is someone you do not want to mess with in the Shen military family. Anyone who crosses him gets needles stuck in them. Fine, kid. Go report to the Xuanji camp. Everyone says the military camp is grueling, but I personally think it is the best life one could ask for. 3 full meals a day, plenty to go around, and every 10 days. The commander personally teaches us military strategy. Even the sunsets here are more beautiful than those in the capital. Days just drift by. In the blink of an eye, I feel like I have been shaped by the desert wind. I first hit the battlefield when I was 12. Didn't know a thing, yet we won in the end. I do not even know how we managed that. I just followed everyone else and laughed like an idiot. But on my 20th birthday, I successfully chased down the great general of Goryeo, chasing their tails right across the borderline. I became the youngest major general in the Xuanji camp. The year I turned 22, I captured the young prince of the Luasha kingdom and used him as a bargaining chip to trade back 2 cities they had snatched away. When the news reached the capital, the whole nation was shocked. The emperor sent a special messenger to deliver an edict, naming me the loyal and valiant great general. Why did not you inform the commander before making such a move? Do you have any idea how much trouble you have caused by acting on your own during the battle? Because I did not actually plan it. The bastard was right there in my grasp. It would have been rude not to grab him while I had the chance. I am not telling the truth here. Actually, I would plan to trade that prince for the cities all along. Ever since I was little, the thing Mother nagged me about the most was, if she had not been forced back to the capital to marry, Mother would have reclaimed Shangbei and Qi long ago. Guess those 2 cities can count as her birthday gift then. Acting recklessly for glory, you are bound to stir up massive trouble sooner or later. Give it a rest. Your nagging is giving me a headache. What young person does not want to make a name for themselves? If only Frosty were. Nose. Our family arrived late. What did you say, Aunt? Nose. Valiant. That is absurd. Oh. Right, that is absurd. I won the battle and you are still scolding me. Judge for yourself if that is crazy or not. Holy cow. She is unstoppable, the pride of our 3 armies, defeating commanders and capturing enemies, the one and only, the indomitable General Yi Lizzie, right? Ha ha ha. Hey, my lord. Could you catch your breath first? By heaven's mandate. The Emperor decrees. Yi Lizzie, for your exceptional skill in battle, you are hereby promoted to loyal and valiant great general. May we speak in private for a moment? That eunuch smile sends a chill down my spine. Does the official have business? How could I ever deserve such a title? A word, my lord. Right now, you are the apple of His Majesty's eye, are not you? That eye. Should I just pluck it out for you? The Duke is getting old. Who calls the shots at the borders now? Isn't it just a matter of one word from the Emperor? General, surely you understand. Understand? Oh, I understand. He wants to turn me into his personal blade. To carve up the Duke's military power, right? But here is the catch. I am afraid my mother might finish me off in my sleep. The eunuch gave me hints for the longest time, finally leaving once he felt satisfied. Once he turned around. Ah. Ha. Come in. I do not know. Neither do I. Then why? Are there always chess pieces set out in the command tent? Yi Lizzie, I have always admired you, but I must admit, your future is limited if you follow me. The court is split into 2 factions right now. The Emperor favors the scholars, while the Prince of Yan favors the military. They are both trying to drag the other down. The Prince of Yan holds a decree from the late Emperor to ensure his protection, and more than half the military force in court supports him. That is the very reason why the Emperor has been trying to pull me over to his side, but I have never replied. Now, the Emperor wants to cultivate his own generals. To counter the Prince of Yan, you are the one he has his eyes set on, and upon he intends to use to break the deadlock. Now, the Emperor has issued an order, summoning me to the capital to be rewarded for my merits. I hear at the victory banquet, the Emperor will betroth the princess to you, only to trap you firmly on his side. At the borders, we are all brothers in arms. But once in the capital, it is a kill or be killed game, no matter how it turns out in the end. Remember never to harm a single commoner. Please advise, Duke. Where should this pawn fall? Enter the game, or break it. I can't bring too many people into the capital, or it will look like I am looking for trouble. The Duke pondered back and forth, and finally chose 100 men to accompany us. Who knew that before we were even halfway? Shocking news would arrive. Report. Report. Urgent dispatch from 800 miles away. Duke. The dynasty is in turmoil. The second prince has launched a rebellion. The situation is like fire. The main army is too slow. Shen Zui, Dr. Lu, you two follow me, travel light, and ride fast straight to the capital. You pack some dry rations. We deviate from the main road immediately. Take the middle path to mobilize our forces, and we shall rendezvous outside the capital city. Understood. Slaughter. Once we finally gathered our 5,000 elite troops, we rode day and night to the outskirts of the capital. When we arrived to meet the Duke, the area around the capital was already crawling with refugees. The local governor was frantic, asking what he should do. It was truly game over. Actually, he did not really not know what to do. He was just calculating the odds, waiting for a chance to save his own skin. If His Majesty lives, he is a loyal subject. If His Majesty dies, the second prince takes the throne, and the first order of business is to settle the score. Get out of here. Go outside and distribute porridge to the refugees. We will discuss our next move afterwards. Whoa, this map is drawn beautifully. The unit deployment and village terrain are all perfectly clear. Is the person who drew this reliable? Don't you think their appearance is a bit too convenient? Who are they? We picked up 2 people on the way back. A scholar named Dongxi, and a monk named Bushi. Not exactly. Just random stuff. What a fine set of names. If father is truly a man of talent, he should naturally be brought under our command. If there is any treachery, keeping them under watch is the only way to be at ease. The second prince's coup has been in the works for a long time. The 4 gates are heavily guarded, and we have no idea where the captive emperor and court officials are being held. If we attack recklessly, the second prince might just lash out like a cornered beast. Report. The second prince has sent a delegation to negotiate. In a flash of lightning, a plan formed in my mind. Wang Manto, go check if the river channels have been blocked. General Li, how on earth do you know this river connects to the irrigation canal? I used to crawl through these tunnels when I was a kid. Be careful, don't make too much noise. If we are discovered by the guards, just toss a firebomb down there, and we can all sing our swan song together. We will ignite the enemy's grain storehouse first. Chaos ensues in the camp. Amidst the confusion, Wang Manto leaps onto the fortress wall. The traitor Yi Ziyan has been executed. Lay down your weapons and surrender now. Bullshit. The prince lives for 100 years. You dare impersonate the second prince. Such nerve. The guard captain raises his arms amidst the chaos. They say those who surrender will be spared. Everyone, open the city gates together. Welcome the Duke into the city. Make amends for your sins through service. As soon as one person drops their weapon, soon others will surely follow suit. Morale is already shattered. The victory is sealed. The Emperor's trusted Imperial Guard commander has arrived as well. Your hard work, Duke. His Majesty is safely back on the throne. I have been specially sent to assist you, Duke. Venerable Bushi, Mr. Dongxi, over here. I was just wondering who has the taste to invent such a combination of names. Something feels off. The next moment, the ground suddenly began to tremble. Alert. Watch out. Run. Dad. I am truly a badass. Ha. Subsequently, I stumbled into a warm embrace. Before I could see who it was, I passed out. Things got chaotic later on. I was carried into the camp tent. Shen Zui was surprisingly kind to me. Commander of the Imperial Guard. He had to return to the palace to report back. He said whatever rare medicinal herbs were needed, just let him know and he would have them delivered. Hold on there, hero. Let go of your grip. Dr. Lu, where is your female disciple? Call her here. Stop the bleeding first. When I woke up again, my wounds were already bandaged. Oh, you are finally awake. I will go get Master. The plight of the scholar in the capital has been resolved. It is time to go. Monk, you go ahead. I will wait a little longer. Wait for what? Just waiting. Little one. Haha. Master, why are you here? I heard you left the capital all those years ago. Have you been well? Haha, I have been to many places. I have even braved the lands beyond the Helen Mountains. It was exactly as you described. You are injured. I suddenly realized, the moment I was thrown by the giant elephant, it was Shuisong who caught me. But he is just a frail scholar. He must have fallen and hurt himself too. Master, I am so sorry. It was all my fault. Child, it is good that you understand. The green mountains will never change. The clear waters will keep on flowing. Let us meet again in the rivers and lakes. Farewell. It is you. I did not expect the person Shen Zui picked up halfway to be someone I already know. That monk was the high priest who predicted I would have a short life. Clearly, he still does not like me. I am very grateful that you saved me, but I still must ask who you really are. Why sneak into the Xuanji camp disguised as a man? I had not even opened my mouth, and that monk was already mocking me outside. Isn't that just a tradition your Shen family keeps, always caring so little for their own lives? I said it before, a princess with a short lifeline can hardly live a long life. Just stay safe and sound. You never listen, do you? Once a word is spoken, there is silence all around. Grandfather looked at me in disbelief. His lips trembled slightly, but he still could not hide his suspicion. He feared it was the enemy's trick, and he also feared it was merely a false hope. The year mother passed away. Grandfather, you returned to the capital. Father would not let you see me. You would stand outside the manor and sing for me. You sang songs of armor and courage, of family pride, of precious heritage, of heaven's plan. Grandfather. I heard it all. But I was so ill at the time. I truly had no strength to respond to you. Grandfather. Mimi. Your singing is truly ear-splitting. Cluck cluck cluck, cluck 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 cluck. Your hair is as stubborn as your mother's, and even your temper. After all these years, why could not you just tell us? Though grandfather and uncle may seem useless, they could at least protect you. A general, who had never shed a tear in her life, suddenly burst into sobs. Yi Lizzie weeping for what she had lost and regained, and Shen Pingshuang weeping for the divide between the living and the dead. Why are not you wearing more layers? Slow down, do not pull on your wounds. Mother, I am not cold, and the wounds have healed long ago. Then at least drink your soup. Dr. Liu said that you need substantial nourishment. I have realized something. What is it? Is something uncomfortable? I actually preferred you when you were wild and unruly, and looking at me with that gaze of total disdain. You brat. Get back here and drink your soup. By the time my wounds were mostly healed, the capital had basically returned to its usual rhythm. Grandfather sent the 5,000 elite troops back to their post, leaving only 100 behind, along with Shuisong and the monk Buxi. Only then did the emperor finally announce a victory banquet, demanding that grandfather bring his men into the capital. We all understood what that meant without saying a word. Our emperor does not trust anyone. With 5,000 elite troops outside the city walls, how could he possibly sleep soundly? What if, God forbid, the Duke of Zhen chose to act on a whim? Storming the city and taking his head, what then? Only once the main force withdrew could he set his mind at ease. What? Reflecting on it all, after returning, I felt like reciting a poem. What is wrong, Monk Buxi? Though he is a bit odd, his fortune-telling is surprisingly accurate. Of course I know that. A monk who can predict a 3-year drought in the Great Zhao. How could he be just a wandering charlatan? I am not going. Can I? Why? Because I am the bringer of disaster for Great Zhao. HMPH, Monk Buxi. He analyzed your destiny against the stars last night. Oh. So are you going to say something bad about me again? The white sun shines upon the day. The sound of arms rises everywhere. But one spear shatters 1,000 armors. When the spear snaps, life ends. Even so, are you still going? I am. Why would not I? One life to trade for 10,000 lives. Worth it, is it? Master, do you remember that day in the scripture repository? The final lesson you taught me. I truly regret teaching you that lesson. HMPH, I will go with you. In a haze. I remembered the last lesson Shuisong taught me. The death of the second prince did not seem to cast even a shadow over the victory banquet. Shuisong, did not you say you were not coming back to the capital? Why are you back again? The capital has such fine liquor. Let me pour you a drink, General. Indeed, heroes truly emerge from the youth. Mingzhu, quickly pour a drink for the general. She has been quite fixated on him all these years. My father has beaten her. He has scolded her too. Yet she is still bent on marrying the crown prince, in the prime of her youth, and still unmarried. General, please drink. Oh crap, painful memories are attacking me out of nowhere. The image of little Yi Mingzu covered in golden sauce as a child suddenly surfaces. Ha. Ha. Miss Yi, pray do not overthink. General Li is simply suffering from lingering wounds. It is certainly not that I dislike you, miss. What a fine man. I will still follow you in the next life. My brother, I must say, you have no sons, yet you run around stirring up trouble, and courting my ministers. What of it? Once I am dead, you will usurp the throne and produce an heir of your own. I dare not, your majesty. General Li, I hope your wounds have eased. You deserve the most credit this time. Is there anything you desire? Oh, that is right. I have a daughter. Do you want her? His Majesty currently has 2 princes, and 1 princess. The princess was born deaf and mute, and remains untitled. I see. General Li, such a young talent. To pair you with a mute is going a bit too far. Ha ha. Your Majesty, this humble general did not mean to slight the princess. It is just, this humble general might not be a good match. The last person who was glared at like this by the late grandfather was the vanguard of the Yilan kingdom. His grave grass is already 2 meters high now. I shall let Bu Yan come out, so you may meet. Although she is mute, she is a beauty. The emperor speaks as if he cares not for his own flesh and blood at all. So heir. Can I get a death immunity medal as a wedding gift? Ha. Oh. If His Majesty wishes to reward my merits, this humble general truly does have a request. HMPH. Why all this formality, my dear subject? Speak up. As long as you do not covet my dragon throne, anything else can be arranged. Your subject, Yi Lizzie, humbly requests that the emperor conduct a thorough investigation into the death of my mother, Shen Pingshuang. This. You are Lizzie. Ha. Lizzie. You truly look like Pingshuang. What are you babbling about? Your mother died of illness. What is there to investigate? If it were indeed an illness, what are you afraid of then, Your Majesty? Lizzie, you have suffered a lot over these years, have not you? It breaks my heart for my mother. It is not that your father will not let you investigate, but you have been infiltrating the Xuanji camp disguised as a man. That is a crime of deceiving the emperor. Why not trade your military merits for a title? To balance the scales, perhaps. Indeed, deceiving the emperor is a capital offense. Exactly. You are right. The ultimate betrayal. Cut the crap. The Duke has never taken sides at court. He is effectively on his own. The Crown Prince's faction is just watching and waiting, too cautious to speak. For a moment. Total chaos in the hall. HMPH. What are you trying to say? I just find it hilarious. Since Yi Lizzie first arrived in the capital, until her identity was finally revealed, countless officials scrambled to curry favor with her, all praising her as a hero and a talent. Yet now, the moment her daughterhood is exposed, they turn cold as ice. Truly amusing, is not it? I may not have teeth, but my memory is sharp. I remember everyone who came crawling. The room fell dead silent. No one dared to breathe. Otherwise, would not they be confirming their own conspiracy? Ha ha ha. Don't scare your precious loyal subjects, Your Majesty. In your expert opinion, is it a crime of deception? It could be prosecuted, but only if a court jester decides it is. Yi Lizzie has just rendered great service, lifting the siege on the capital. Her merits are legendary. Aside from His Majesty, who has the right to cast stones? His Majesty is wise. He would never chill the hearts of his soldiers. Ha ha ha. Oh, Shui Song. It has been 800 years since you buttered anyone up. To speak up for Lizzie now. Don't tell me you have actually grown a heart. I merely had the honor of teaching a talented pupil. Nothing more, nothing more. The Emperor finally authorized a full investigation into my mother's death. The Crown Prince has volunteered to oversee the case. That is great, sister. With the Crown Prince in charge, he will surely see justice served. Shut up. Lizzie. So many years without a word. Your father has been worried sick. You are truly your mother's daughter, outshining any man. I could not be bothered with him. He is just seeing me finally succeed now, wanting to leech off my fame. HMPH. Everyone knows Shen Pingshuang was never chaste before she married. A loose woman like that. Why does father still pine for her? How dare you strike me, Yi Lizzie? You are not fit to even touch my mother's dowry. Mother, look at her. She tried to snatch my hairpin. Ping Shuang was Lizzie's mother. The dowry left by her naturally belongs to Lizzie. If you have the time, you may return to the estate tomorrow to audit it. Early the next morning, just as I was about to head to the prince's mansion to reclaim the dowry. Oh my, oh dear, oh, honestly, Your Highness. It is not. General Yi. His Majesty is summoning you to court. He did not mention anything about that yesterday. Does this count as skipping, then? General, you have no idea. Just as the session began, His Majesty was practically tearing the place apart, looking for you. He kept asking, where is Yi Lizzie? Why is not my third-rank general in court? All the officials were staring at each other in confusion. That is why he urgently sent me to fetch you. By the time I rushed here, His Majesty just waved his hand. Fine. Dismiss the court. I think you are messing with me. Lizzie, stay and join me for a stroll in the Imperial Garden. I instinctively looked at my grandfather. It is a pity my grandfather put all his talent points into combat. His street smarts were a bit lacking, even denser than me. I followed him to the Imperial Garden with a sinking heart. All these years. Has your mother ever appeared in your dreams? She visits often. Tucking me in, fixing the blankets, that sort of thing. Did she ever mention me? HMPH, you are at least being honest, but you do not even know how to butter me up. On the off chance it puts me in a good mood, I might just reward you with something nice. Come. Accompany me somewhere. See. Your Majesty, this is the Imperial Mausoleum. In 100 years, this will be my final resting place. Look. I will be lying right here. Beside me are your mother's remains. I know she is still angry with me. It is all right. When I go down there, I will apologize properly and coax her. These are all for her. Do you think she will forgive me? I did not answer. On one hand, it is a bit nauseating. On the other hand, my gaze fell on the jade pendant hanging from His Majesty's waist. The silk tassel on that pendant was already quite frayed. The quality was not even that great, yet he insists on wearing it everywhere. Back on the day I moved to my own manor, I had Wang Mantou and Lu Xiaoju double-check the dowry inventory. The two of them have worked for 20 years, without ever facing such a massive task. Jade vases, intricate carvings, stacks of porcelain everywhere. Beautiful glazed vessels, pairs of them, everywhere I looked. Pairs of jade vases, one by one. Oh, we have those too. You silly child. Even if you can't distinguish the porcelain, you can figure out the color, can't you? This one is pink. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Let me look for it. You just crushed the general's dowry. You are toast, Lu Xiaoju. When the general marries, you will have to be the one to accompany her. Sigh. It is total chaos out there. Sister Lizzie, what are you looking for? Nothing much. Just feeling sentimental. Just looking through mother's old things. HMPH. Big brother Crown Prince, you have come to find me. Why not just come directly to my quarters? Yi Lizzie, it is you again. I am too lazy to referee the lovers' quarrel between you two. My apologies. His Majesty has tasked me with training the new army. I must head to the camp. I am also quite skilled in riding and archery. May I join you and observe? Haha. I am going too. The position of the Crown Princess is already mine. No one in their right mind would want to fight you for that. Very well. The Crown Prince rolls up his sleeves, eager to flex his talents. The vanity has faded away. The brat is still alive. Haha. Actually, I am only versed in the basics of riding and archery. You are quite confident indeed. Whatever. La. That was truly a crisp and clean bout. Little bunny, does it hurt, my dear Crown Prince? Shall I blow on it to make it better? If this Crown Prince were to take the throne, I dare not even imagine that sight. No worries. Dream big, then. How did you know what I was thinking? Perhaps because you are my student. Get lost. Speaking objectively, everyone present here, except for Yu Mingzu, all consider him a complete waste. Ha, I was only trying to console you. Him. What kind of mess is this? This is far from over. The Crown Prince has made a spectacle of himself, so he will be desperate to reassert his authority. At first, I did not think it was such a big deal. Who knew that once the Crown Prince returned, he would thunderously launch a full investigation into his mother's old case. Very soon, someone snitched. revealing that imperial concubine Bai poisoned Yan Prince's wife. Little sister Lizzie, I have done it all for your sake. Look at me. I have been pulling all-nighters for 2 days. The dark circles under my eyes are showing. Your Highness, Yi Mingzu is here to see you. She wants to plead for her mother. Do I look like I have the time for that? Tell her to wait in the side hall. HMPH. You should hurry and attend to your business. Chicken. I will only ask you one question. Answer it honestly, and I shall grant you a quick end. Many years ago, why did you tell my mother that you were the one who did it? Did you really think no one would know? What is the meaning of this? Ha! You have already won. Does knowing this still matter? Of course it matters. I was once the daughter of the Medicine King Valley leader. That year, your mother, Shen Pingshuang, led her troops through our lands. We provided them with food and a place to rest. But when I returned after watching the Lantern Festival, I found the Medicine King Valley massacred. Not a single soul was left alive. I fled to the foot of the mountain, and was saved by the Prince of Yan. I heard him say to his servant, Shen Pingshuang can fight well, but she is truly ruthless. It was just them not helping, that is all. Why take it this far? From that moment on, I lived only to kill her and exact my revenge. I had intended to send you to join her, but His Majesty had to stick his nose in. You have been poisoned, he said. He would name me Empress. And my daughter would be the most noble of the new dynasty, a princess. Did you hear that? I heard. She claims my mother wiped out her entire clan. Ha! What nonsense. Shen Pingshuang never harmed the common people in all her campaigns. How can you be sure she was not played for a fool? That is not what I meant. Ha! It is father, he said. He would name me Empress. The new dynasty, a posthumous title, princess. Father intended to usurp the throne. That very night, father launched his coup. But sadly, he was no match for the second prince. It was not a lack of strategy or tactics, but his gravest mistake was failing to keep an eye on his own daughter, Yi Mingzu. The moment Yi Mingzu learned of the plan, she swiped her father's contingency plans and leaked the whole scheme to the crown prince. The coup was finished before it even began. Crown Prince, you gave me your word. You said you would let my parents go far away to the south and never return to the capital. Father never really wanted to rebel. The pressure lately, it just clouded his judgment. You insolent girl, you actually believe a man's word. Let me go. Treason is punishable by death. The late emperor was truly too kind to you. Crown Prince, what is your verdict? How shall Yan Prince be dealt with? Death by 1,000 cuts. Crown Prince, do not kill father. Let him leave with mother. I won't be your crown consort anymore. I will go with them, and we will never come back, please. Even the daughter of a traitor wants to be the crown consort. Let me tell you the truth. Your mother died a long time ago, just as Yan Prince waited for his end with eyes closed. His Majesty unexpectedly spared his life. He stripped him of his rank, exiled him to the East Sea, never to return. Yi Mingzu, forget it. Do not involve his kin. Just let it be. No one knows the emperor's true intent. Perhaps it was mercy taking root, or perhaps it was just to build a reputation for benevolence. Perhaps he simply could not bear to kill his last brother. On the day of father's exile, I went to see him off. I was the one who swindled Bai Jin. I was the one who slaughtered Medicine King Valley. The scarlet poison I used on Shen Pingshuang, I bought it from Medicine King Valley myself. Actually, there was no need to slaughter them all. But I, your humble servant, pondered it for a long time. The fewer folks who know, the better. The ruby intoxication is more than just an aphrodisiac. It also drains away one's inner strength, bit by bit. Consider this slap a gift from my mother. You and the Duke of Jin hold quite a lot of military power. Throw in my former soldiers and the throne is practically within your grasp. My dear father, is it truly worth all this mess? The crown prince really grabbed the spotlight during the Yan Prince's treason scandal. Now that both the second prince and the Yan Prince have fallen, he is the only one left to lay his hands on the throne. The crown prince is certainly riding high these days, walking with such a swagger. He practically thinks he is already wearing the crown. Sister Yi Lizzie, do you like these butterfly orchids that just arrived as tribute? Give me a break. I am just a lowly general. I am not worthy of such luxuries. You would better take them back. What is wrong? Are these not to your taste, Sister Yi Lizzie? Get out of my sight. Go report yourself to the disciplinary bureau. Your Highness, it is just a pot of flowers. Just pretend I accepted them. Is that all right? It is your lucky day. Sister Yi Lizzie is speaking up for you. Beat it. He is just a middleman. There are plenty more where he came from. Sister Yi Lizzie, why such a soft heart? He was castrated physically. You are castrated mentally. Ha. Forgive me, Your Highness. I just suddenly thought of a joke. Ha. Ha. What a grave injustice. I did not expect that either. To think someone could actually get my bizarre sense of humor. Ha. So it was all a joke. Look at the Crown Prince, he is playing his part well. Not only did he not get the joke, he even forced a laugh to fit in. How pathetic. How nice. A few days later, the Emperor allowed the Crown Prince to act as regent, according to the traditions of our dynasty. Before the official regency begins, you may make one request. As long as it is not too outrageous, I will certainly grant it. Ha. This spells trouble. Your servant wishes to marry Yi. Wait. Your servant also has a request. Your Majesty, you previously suggested I take the post of state preceptor. You remembered, but you refused. Your subject has changed his mind and wishes to accept now. You are implying I should grant you a favor in return. Yes. What is it? Do you also wish to marry Yi Lizzie? I entreat your Majesty to grant Yi Lizzie her freedom. Freedom to marry whom she chooses. Freedom to come and go as she pleases. The freedom to choose her own life. I truly hope for your gracious approval. You were never this respectful to me before. This must be true love. It is merely my beloved disciple. Deceiving the Emperor is bad enough, but deceiving yourself, that is a new low. Granted. Your Highness, why not pick another crown princess? His Majesty is truly wise. Congratulations, Master Teacher. Thank you. Taha. Hey, is not it a bit awkward for us to be like this? But this is the only road back to the mansion. What exactly am I being so difficult about? He is staying at the Duke's estate. Isn't it perfectly normal to walk back together? If you really mind, I can move out. Don't you dare. Hey. I am starving. Boss, bring over a grill. And some raw skewers. Do you even know how to grill? A little bit. Oh. The way he moves does not look like just a little bit. Flipping the meat, applying the spice blend. He is a natural. It looks so good. What are you staring at? Eat up. Ha. My nose is naturally very sharp. Shuisong skewers. Why do they taste just like the ones from Ergo's place at Yanmen Pass? Savory, tender, and does not get stuck in my teeth. Why are you always so slow, you little brat? Little thing. Back when you faked your death and left the capital, I was trailing behind you the whole time. Whenever someone targeted you, I secretly handled it. Only after following you to Xuanji camp did I finally relax. I ran out of savings back then, so I started a little side hustle in the town of Yanmen. Thought I would just stay for a few years. Turns out I stayed for 10. Oh. What is wrong with that? I have been wanting to ask him something. Do you actually like me? Don't worry, little sister. The Khan has promised, I will definitely treat you well. Rest easy and bear him many children. To maintain the friendship between our two nations. Such a selfless attitude, truly commendable. So he could not marry me, but the moment he turned around, he married the daughter of a Grand Taiwei, and could even conveniently send his own sister off for a marriage alliance. His efficiency is top-notch. Oh my. Is this divine intervention? What are you staring at? Hurry up and check if the princess he loves most is dead or alive. Everyone's definition of love most really does vary. May the Father Emperor be well. The mute princess can talk now. It is a miracle. A goddess has descended. What miracle? You were just pretending to be mute all along. Royal brother, I never said I was both mute and deaf. Who knows? I was just too lazy to speak. Aren't you afraid I will expose you? Royal brother, I am so timid. If you frighten me, the common people should not know about their supposedly bright crown prince. 13 and still wetting the bed. And you even switched the soaked sheets onto my bed, did not you? Just kidding. I am not that childish. Who knew that the next day, a court official would submit a petition regarding my mother's family? Your Majesty, I have something to report. The second prince's treasonous plot was actually incited by the crown prince behind the scenes. Those two giant elephants that rammed the palace gates were indeed a tribute from the crown prince. Father, your son is innocent. Silence. The evidence is ironclad. There is no room for you to argue. As the crown prince, you have committed such a foolish act. Hear my decree. Strip the crown prince of his title immediately, and demote him to a mere prince. Truly, he is even dumber than a pig. Court dismissed. Court dismissed. This Princess Yi Lizzie is truly a cold-blooded one. 18 years of patience, and in one move she took down the crown prince. Such scheming makes one tremble. If you are not the one holding the knife, you are the one being butchered. So what if I am ruthless? Shuisong. You. What happened to him? Why do I feel this bitter emptiness inside? Since the crown prince fell from grace, everyone seems so busy. The emperor is busy stuffing the tomb with funeral goods. Shuisong is so busy that I can't even catch a glimpse of him. The crown prince is unusually quiet, hardly ever leaving his mansion. As for grandfather, he is planning to return to the border. Just when things felt peaceful, a plague broke out without a sound. Now, the busiest person has become the divine Dr. Liu. To find a cure for the epidemic, he just packed his bags, ready to head to the outbreak site to find clues. Can't you just research it here in the capital? It is chaotic outside right now. Everywhere needs manpower. I can only spare 4 guards to protect you on the way. Can't you wait until I free up more people? Who is coming with you? You have to call me the greatest divine doctor in the world first. I am heading out. All of you stop going out, especially that old fool. You know who, Shen Nan? I went along and sent Dr. Liu on his way, despite being so busy. Grandfather was right all along. Outside the capital, it is already a complete mess. I think it is all right. The refugees even have meat to cook in their pots. That is certainly not ordinary meat. Let us go back. Shen Nan is a messy person. Make sure he bathes and changes his clothes the moment he returns. I will do what I can. I will return unscathed. The plague intensified, and even inside the capital, cries of misery filled the air. Just at this moment, Wang Tu ran into trouble. The Imperial Observatory kneeled outside the palace gates, pleading. People call it a heavenly curse, a sign of evil spirits. All fingers are pointing directly at Her Highness the Princess. This is too absurd. Shuisong, think of a way. Little sister, can't you speak up for yourself? Go ahead and tell the prince. This rain. Why does it smell like medicine? My child has awakened. Oh heavens, the fever has broken. Thank you, goddess. Thank you, goddess, for the nectar. I was wrong to mistake the goddess for a demon. 10,000 deaths would not suffice. Heaven is unfair. Speak it out. Heaven is unfair. Speak it out. General Yi. What did you say, Dr. Liu? Didn't we have an agreement? The moon returns to its place. The returning of a hero's soul is no broken promise. Teacher. The incense you wear matches the princess's exactly. You knew all along, right? Right. It was all orchestrated by you, right? Half right. The plague was the prince's own doing. I merely used his momentum. The official, from the Imperial Astronomical Bureau, has been the princess's man from the start. He feigned allegiance to the crown prince, stole the plague prescription, and turned to frame the princess as a mastermind, only to sacrifice himself at the turning point. Now, within the capital, and in the imperial court, the princess has won the hearts of the people. Teacher. Your beloved disciple seems to have fallen out of favor with you, but I value you quite dearly. How about? Very well. General Yi, would you care to join my faction? No need. You have that drive. Whatever you do, you shall succeed. It makes no difference if I am there or not. Teacher. I will wait for you in the carriage. Lizzie, I am sorry. Is taking down the prince really that important? If I can only achieve one thing in this life, it must be to see him fall, never to rise again. They seem like a perfect match. Equally brilliant. And equally ruthless. Shuisong and I were in a stalemate, but circumstances left me no time to dwell. The Quan Rong used the broken engagement as an excuse to march upon our borders. The defenders had no heart for battle. The front lines crumbled in an instant. At the critical moment, the exiled Yan prince held the line. He heard the news midway, and turned back immediately, with only 1 against 5. He intercepted the main Quan Rong force at Tianchi Pass. Who knows if this is just another rebel's ruse? We must not open the gates. Ah. Please let him in. Can't you see? He is down to one leg now. He could never plot a rebellion again. I beg you. An imperial decree has arrived. Open the gates and usher the Yan prince into the capital. What are you looking at? Am I a traitor? Or illegitimate offspring? Your Highness, you have suffered much. I am only reaping what I have sown. Your Majesty, the situation at the borders is grim. I have a proposal. Father. Father. You. Your Highness. That stroke of yours was truly masterful. People say a sovereign's mind is hard to fathom, but in truth, the hearts of the people are harder still. In those final moments, Prince Yan spoke to the emperor, but no one heard what was said. The imperial physician said the emperor was suffering from a heart condition. Medicine was brought in day after day, eventually managing to save him. But before 3 days passed, the emperor was suddenly poisoned. As for who did it, this servant saw it all. Oh, give me a break. And here I thought you were on my side. The evidence is indisputable. Guards, take him down. With force. Cough. 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 That is not it. Father Emperor, who was the one who cast the poison? Tell your son, so I may avenge you and wipe away this shame. HMPH. I am dying anyway. Why should I care about all that? Enough. Everyone leave. I wish to speak with Yi Lizzie alone. This jade pendant. I gave it to Shen Pingshuang. It connects us. We each held half. Thank heavens. Thank the gods for saving my neck. Thank goodness Mother did not throw this trinket away. Enough. Stop playing the quiet one. Tell me this. Are you truly the daughter of Prince Yan? Or are you my daughter? Before Prince Yan died, he told me that Shen Pingshuang remained undefiled. Even before he drugged her, she was still pure. He asked me, why did not you help her back then? Was it really because you found her disgusting? I thought that she had been ruined during the war. If I had known sooner, even if Prince Yan had tainted her name, I would never have cast her aside. That night when she came to beg for my help, I was the one who humiliated her. I even whispered in her ear, am I the only one? The death of an emperor is hardly a big deal now. War reports are flooding the capital one after another. The Yilin and Dogrong clans, they seem to have conspired to rise up together, with their swords pointed at the Great Zhao. The two great clans of the north have declared themselves emperors. The southern tribes have declared their secession from the Great Zhao. In an instant, the Great Zhao has fallen into pieces. Across this vast land, there are now 4 or 5 emperors. All communications with the capital and maternal home have been cut off. Yanmen Pass. The dog barbarians have created a dead zone at the pass. All news has been intercepted. The East Sea garrison has mobilized. Perhaps we can hold out until reinforcements arrive. Best not to bet your last coin on the East Sea garrison. Who knows if they are coming to save the realm, or just here to carve up the spoils. If we tighten our defenses and hold the capital at any cost, can we make it until the Duke returns? In theory, yes, but the problem is, the main enemy force has severed our supply lines. No grain or fodder can get through. If this drags on too long, it bodes ill for us. HMPH, as expected. Now that it has come to this, why has not everyone paid homage to the new emperor? I will be honest with you all. The invaders have already sworn allegiance to me, and now they are here to greet their new emperor. No wonder the enemy moved through our lands with ease. So this piece of trash has been colluding with the enemy all along. Is that a bedpan you are wearing on your head? You are at death's door and still dreaming of wearing a crown. Get lost. Don't get in my way, otherwise I will finish you off myself. What are you looking at? Nothing at all. I am starting to like you a bit. I am sorry. I understand. This is the Imperial City, not Yanmen Pass, nor the Royal Academy. Many things come at a price. Shuisong is human after all, not a god. No matter his brilliant schemes, he can't account for every single person. Don't you want to ask me? Ask what? Why you framed me? I suppose you have your reasons. Do you still remember Bu Dandan? After I returned to the capital, I sent men to search for a long time, yet I could never find a trace of her. This person seemed to vanish into thin air. Then, there is only one possibility. Dandan is dead. Burned alive. She knew that after that great fire, If no bones were found inside, Bai Jin would definitely send out killers to hunt you. In a moment of desperation, she walked into the raging fire without a second thought. Ha! I am sorry. Actually, Dandan was not a bad person. I despised her when I was younger. Looking back now, as an adult, I realize the bad folks who play the villain are often the ones who show up to save people in their darkest hour. Dandan was the biggest fool. She said mother once retrieved her son's remains from the battlefield, and she was willing to pay her life back for that. But why? After mother died, I could not sleep a wink. Dandan would mock and ridicule me to my face, but privately she sought out calming aromatics. She carved this for me. Take it, it is yours now. All these years, you have been carrying it with you, always carrying it around. The battle came sooner than expected. Well, you all have truly traveled a long way, coming all this way to Dazhou. To join the battle, I suppose. Dazhou's fate is sealed. Surrender now and yield your city. No one is allowed to retreat. I am standing right here. Whoever dares to surrender without a fight. Ha ha ha. You are worse than women. Watch out. If even a woman does not retreat, how can you men give up the fight? Abandon the outer city. We are spread too thin. We can't hold it. Better than dying for nothing. We should fall back to the inner city. It is your call. The outer walls are lined with gunpowder. Why did not you say so earlier? I stashed that gunpowder myself, just in case the coup failed. I would not let others judge me. Might as well set it off. Nobody gets out alive. Xiao Lian really knows how to play the game. He started as a loyalist to the Yan Prince, then became a hardcore Crown Prince loyalist. 20 of you, follow me. Fall back to the inner city. Move faster. No. Help me. Get the hell out. How dare you touch my sister? Don't you dare cry, okay? I do not have time to coddle you. Sister. Where are you going? Just taking care of some minor business. Get to the inner city and hide. Stay safe, you hear? My turn. No one take my kills this time. We are past the point of no return. I could not even look him in the eye. I was afraid I would break down and cry. Who cries on the battlefield? How dramatic of you. Go. Just go. Damn, that hurts. Should have blasted these bastards to the sky earlier. We would have been liberated long ago. Oh, right. There is a little black cat in the Liu family alley. It is so soft and sweet. If anyone survives this, please adopt it for me. Can you? Yeah. Duh. Lu Xiaoju, take orders. You are to lead the scouting party. The brothers will follow shortly. General. Don't come too soon. Nay. Nay. Some people fight side by side for a lifetime, only to turn around and find it is a final goodbye. It is time for the final push. I will guard the south gate. Governor of Yuzhou and Shui Song will defend the north gate. Xiao Lian has a slow wit. He needs a sane person like me to keep an eye on him. Wang Mantou and the princess shall take the east gate. As for the west gate, we do not need to guard it anymore. Mute has released a cloud of poisonous gas over there. Even the birds flying by would drop dead. That girl Mute. Why has not she come back after unleashing the poison? Won't go, you really won't. Master. Your cultivation is just not up to par. Empty, all things are empty. Why are you still whimpering? You are only acting this way because you know I like to play along. Everyone, we meet again, provided we survive this battle. I struggle to suppress my unease, forcing my concentration back to the fight. Lu Xiaoju, give me a moment. General, as you command. You have trampled all over the general's dowry. You are done for, Lu Xiaoju. When the general marries someday, you will have to be the one to pay the bride price. Wait. You are Lu Xiaoxi, are not you? Yes. Aren't you originally the 10th one? Reporting to the general, this humble servant should be the 17th. Oh. The previous 7. They have all fallen in battle. Kill. 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 Ha. Ha. Brothers. My apologies. All officers and soldiers, hear my order. Full charge. The situation at the North Gate is unexpectedly grim. What kind of monsters are these curs leading? They are about to make me lose my lunch. Those are rhinos. Outside the city gates, they have massed into formations, all armored up. Rhinoceroses pumped with berserker drugs. They are frantically ramming the city walls. The walls look like they are about to collapse. Open the gates. I am in agreement. We can't fight like this. I meant, we should head out and meet the enemy. Otherwise, if the walls fall, it is all over. Not exactly. State Master, what is troubling you? Isn't it better to stay alive? Who is not afraid of dying? Risk this one ride with me. You are just a scholar, after all. Just a scholar. What can you achieve by heading out there? As long as we can charge to that spot, it will be fine. The point Shui Song was aiming at. It is the enemy's ammunition dump. If we can manage to ignite it. Aren't you the one who cherishes your life most of all? If you go, there is no coming back. I know. Tell Yi Lizzie for me that I love her. I truly love her above all else. Charge. HMPH. I am not passing that trick along. Charge. Charge. The blast was too loud. I am briefly deaf. Just now, it was the North Gate. Shui Song. Ha. Chuan. Must find him. Find a pair of wide sleeves. Find a pair of long warm hands. Ha. It is Shui Song. Taha. Cough. Enough, that is enough. Let us not talk about it yet. Wait until you have recovered. Tell me slowly. How about that? Why did you vomit so much blood? Little Lizzie. I will just accompany you this far. Ding ding ding. He never intended to be insincere, never meant to enter the court, a life destined to roam the world freely. Yet he stepped into the imperial court all because of you. From then on, the star of fate shifted, and his life shattered. Your fate was originally meant to end at the hands of the crown prince. That is why Shui Song used every desperate measure to bring the crown prince down. Whose little brat are you? I have had the honor of teaching a foolish commoner disciple, and that is all. That is all. Why are you just standing there? Eat. If I can only achieve one thing in this lifetime, it must be to ensure the crown prince never rises again. HMPH. I am with you, under the city gates. The words, I am with you, atop the ruins. The words, I will accompany you as far as this. The beginning and the end of the story. I suppose that counts as closure, right? Grandfather must have arrived, right? Did you just leave him behind like this? He died for you. Then, what do you want me to do? Should I stab myself to show my loyalty? Here. It hurts like I am about to die, but I cannot die here. Otherwise, I will have no face to meet him again. Husband. The setting sun is like blood, fitting for a wedding shroud. Shui Song. Do not walk so fast. Wait for me. When the fires of war finally died out, I scaled the scarred battle-worn city walls. The Duke of Zhenling carried his son Shen Zui's long blade, limping toward Yi Lizzie. Yi Lizzie, alone and desperate, broke through the encirclement. She carved a path of blood for the Duke's reinforcements. The price was 1,000 arrows piercing the heart. The moment Yi Lizzie's spear snapped. The corners of her lips curled into a smile. I do not understand, just as I never understood, Shui Song. Shui Song, I truly wanted to take you as my consort. Where exactly did I fall short compared to Yi Lizzie? Your Highness. Love is even more elusive than hate. What do you mean? There must be a reason to hate someone. But for love, not necessarily. A nation cannot exist without a ruler for a single day. I implore your highness to ascend the throne. Faking deafness and muteness for all these years was not at all for this very moment. I should be happy. But why are the tears falling? Coup. Since when did an old man move into Yanmen Pass? That old man is quite pitiful. He does not even have a single relative. Watching him eat thin noodle soup every day, his family must have fallen on hard times. I will take him a bowl of my house's braised meat later. Everyone, let us chip in a little to help him out. Grand General, Ga, the city defense troops that Yi Lizzie drilled before her passing, have now begun to take shape. May I ask Grand General to bestow a name upon them? Chang'an. A fine name indeed. I shall add one more character. Let it be Chang'an Yi. Only later did everyone realize that inconspicuous old man was the renowned and powerful Grand General. He saw off the enemy forces, saw off the previous dynasty, saw off the chaotic times, and also saw off his daughter, son, granddaughter, and dearest lifelong friends. Yi Lizzie's lychees are so sweet during the day. I will take just one more, just taking one. Do you like eating lychees? Hum. Take it then. Hey. Thank you, Grandpa. Tomorrow I will bring you the tofu buns my mother makes. They are absolutely delicious. Hug. Why did not I just hug her back then? Nianian. How could I have failed to recognize her? I clearly should have known. Everyone says I have such good luck. My brothers are all dead, and I am the only one still breathing, but deep down, I never wanted this damn luck. You guys are the lucky ones to have it easy, all gathered together down there. When the time comes to be reincarnated, we can still be brothers in the next life. And what about me? Don't leave me all alone like this. Old Wang. Your military contributions are legendary. This title of Grand General is well deserved. Your Majesty, my life has long since stayed on the battlefield with my brothers. I humbly beg your Majesty to allow me to retire from service. Old Wang went to the Willow Lane, found that little black cat, and went to pay respects to Yi Lizzie. Yi Mingzhu polishes her sister's tombstone every single day. Old Wang traveled to the ends of the earth, bringing every brother back home. Ah. Ha. Meow. Brothers. In exchange for me fulfilling your dying wishes, when you are reincarnated, wait for me.